Shoshanah Shear of beahappymom.com and my online store found at creationsfromjerusalem.com. In today's video we're introducing a new product that my mother and I have been developing, and that is the beanbag, which we have in a couple of sizes and a few different colors. I really like this size, which is more or less the size of the palm of an adult's hand, an average adult's hand. And we have larger ones, a darker blue, a turquoise, and we have also a burgundy. In today's video I'd like to share a couple of ideas about bean bags. As you might know, if you've watched any of my other videos, I am an occupational therapist by profession, and in many occupational therapy treatment rooms you'll find a range of balls of different sizes, shapes, from a small smiley kind of ball, which we often use in the hand with various exercises with children, with adults also, and we go to a very large ball, which I don't have available at the moment. In today's video as well, I'm talking about the beanbag, and let's think a little bit about the difference between a ball and a beanbag. I have here a few balls, not that many, but a few of them. This one has a bell inside, which gives the opportunity for a sound. It's wonderful for a child that has a visual problem, and fits into an adult's hand very easily. Many children can hold it also. Then we get a slightly larger ball, but you'll notice as one holds a ball, moving from the smaller ball to this size ball to a slightly larger ball, that the way in which one's going to hold one's hand is more or less becoming a larger span grip. We call this position of the hand, of the grip, a span grip. With a beanbag, the shape of the hand in holding it is much different. You can hold it flat on the hand, you can grasp the beanbag with a hand like that, and that helps also towards the beginnings towards making a fist. So the manner in which a person is going to be holding a beanbag is different to a ball. That might be a little bit obvious. Also, the beanbag being flat can be positioned easily on a flat open hand, and of course if we're wanting to encourage somebody to be able to improve having an extension of their fingers and a flat hand, this is a very good exercise to do, to be able to balance the beanbag on one's hand. We also do exercises with children, helping them to balance the beanbag on their head, and they can do that walking on a straight line and seeing how far they can walk before the beanbag falls off, or being able to pass beanbags from hand to hand. Of course, there are many things that one can do with a beanbag. I have a colleague called Rita Edwards, who unfortunately passed away a couple of months ago, and she's the one, together with Shoshanah Shear, that taught me about brain gym, that I did the course of brain gym. Rita Edwards had written a book of well over 20 things that one can do with beanbags to help a child's gross motor coordination, hand-eye coordination. So we've mentioned already balance, which comes from positioning a beanbag on top of one's head. Hand-eye coordination is an obvious one. If you have a child sitting, as I am now, and you put a basket, which could be a large basket like this one, it could be a smaller basket depending on the size of the beanbags. You could use a much larger bag or some kind of a container, and you have the child sitting. If you have them using their arms, swinging it back and trying to throw to get as many beanbags as possible into a basket, you can be working on trunk control and sitting balance. So that movement forwards and backwards, that's using the muscles in the body, in the trunk as we call it, and so one's bringing in other aspects of the body of gross motor function, not only hand-eye coordination. There are a couple of other things one can do working with rhythm. For example, if you want somebody to throw a beanbag up in the air and clap before catching it, that's another way that you're bringing in rhythm and another aspect to coordination. So there are many, many things that one can do with a beanbag. Of course, beanbags, as you heard, as I throw it up and I catch it, the beanbag makes a sound. I don't know whether that comes out sufficiently on the video, but beanbags are wonderful sensory parts of the equipment that enhances the sensory experience for children and for whoever it is that we're working with, mostly children and adults, a little bit with babies, not as much. What's important and significant is that you can alter the experience by altering the beans that are, or whatever it is that's inside the beanbag. In this case, we have a relatively small bean inside. You can use slightly larger beans. You can change from bean to corn. And we also in occupational therapy might put sand inside a beanbag, and that gives a different weight. So there are many, many things that can be done with a beanbag. Useful obviously in occupational therapy treatment rooms, for teachers, preschool teachers, and if you're wanting to have some fun in your home, some educational dimension, another aspect of being able to help your children with hand-eye coordination, beanbags are a wonderful addition to your home and your toy box. We're making them now through the work that we're doing. At the moment, as I say, a lot of the products we're doing are my mother and myself are doing, and we hope in time, as our sales pick up, to be able to start to have craft groups and to develop work for other widows and orphans. So the beanbags come at the moment in these 3 sizes and colors. We're happy to take orders for other sizes, other colors. We do like to have a slightly fuller bag. You can see this, there's not so much space between the material and the beans, which ensures that it's a nice substantial feel for the child. If you're wanting a beanbag that's not as full as this, we're happy to make beanbags according to your specifications. So do be in touch. You can contact us via my website www.beahappymom.com and my online store on creationsfromjerusalem.com. And of course, we're happy to also take requests for other demonstration videos and information about how various aspects of our equipment are used, other tips for improving the development of your children. And of course, if you're living in Jerusalem and you have a child that has difficulty with gross motor development, fine motor development, or handwriting skills, do be in touch as well for an evaluation or to discuss the possibility of treatment too. Thanks, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.